where a baby can grow in without what?
Welcome everybody back to the Loophole Podcast. I'm your host, Loopie. Alongside me is also your host, Jelani, Muna, and E. Crystal. Say hello.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
We totally were not talking about something weird. No.
No.
Our mics were muted so that you guys wouldn't hear us. I mean, there have been times where we fucked up and the mic was left on while we were talking about other shit. But hi guys, how y'all doing?
I'm doing very wonderful. Perfect. I'm doing more than wonderful. I'm fantastic. I'm doing more than fantastic. I'm great. Is that more than fantastic?
That's. You know what? You can make it more than fantastic.
Yeah. I guess it's all the way you say it. I don't know.
Yeah. Jelani, bro, how you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Hey, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay, so, E. Crystal, before I proceed, your audio is doing some weird shit.
Damn it. Let me go get these headphones. Y'all just stay right there and be silent. Y'all just wait.
I'm not sure if we're gonna be silent, honestly.
Don't speak.
Oh, sorry, Chris. So I do want to talk real quick about the month of August. I'll start by fully going into it once Chris comes back. But August has had a good start. Crypt, you are right. Hey, you are right.
Did you call me fat?
I did not call you fat, Chris. Did you call me fat?
No, I'm just full of.
Okay. Why do you feel like you're off a cliff, Crypt 3DX? What's going on? Oh, Chris just left. It's just you and me, Jelani.
Yeah, however, he'll probably be back soon.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
We'll just have everything on hold. But why does Crypt 3DX feel like jumping off a cliff? That's concerning. Hello, Chris.
Did it work?
It works.
Okay. Let me get my ugly back on screen.
I believe that no one can be ugly.
No one can be ugly. Everybody is beautiful in their own way.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple ugly people in my life.
Everyone's just human at the end of the day.
True.
I'm not a human. I am a warlock.
I feel like the only ugliness that exists is chosen ugliness, meaning that if you alter your face in a way that makes it like, I don't know, really. But I mean, even then, it's still. I mean, I've seen a lot of people that do like body modifications and all that.
Yeah.
And it seems
I
like.
think that's kind of cool. I think you can be ugly, like, not physically, I guess. Like, your personality can be ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. You're breaking news, Texas slow.
Personalities can definitely be.
Mike, I kind of don't care, Mike. I'm sorry, bro. No reason. Well, we're here for you. I'm here for you.
I'm here for you. I'll help you. What's going on?
I hope my girl is okay. In chat right now. Okay, let's talk about the month of August real quick. Okay,
let's get it.
It has been a crazy 6 days, nearly a week. Right, so we're gonna fuck it. It's been a crazy fucking week. Okay, a lot has happened.
A lot has happened.
Yes, a lot has not happened. And I don't know, I feel like a lot went on with the whole month. Namely, the first thing that happened in August was my album coming out.
Oh yeah, where could they find that at?
Oh, you can find that on Spotify, YouTube. I mean, I'm working on YouTube, Apple Music, TikTok, Instagram, all over the place, bro. You can find my music all over the fucking place. Currently, it's doing pretty well on streams. We are closing in on 2,000 streams. It is expected to hit 2,000 streams on the first week. So I hope that I can make it to that goal. It has been quite of a slow week. Promotion hasn't been easy, but I'm super glad that the way that the album was received by the people that have my back, the people closest to me, surrounding me, telling me that I did good with this album. I'm super glad that it was received pretty well. But our Spotify page has amassed 76 monthly listeners.
Oh shit!
I went from 10 monthly listeners to 76 with this album release in only 6 days.
Can we get a round of applause? Do we have soundbite? We need soundbite. Okay.
Oh, I mean, I can get this. Oh, why is it not doing it? Oh,
I don't know.
Hey, there's audience clapping.
I can't hear it, but I'll act like I can.
Thank you.
Okay.
Honestly, it's an honor, and I can't wait for you two to actually hear the full thing. I'm not sure.
Listen. Don't call me. I heard it all. It's fucking amazing. Every bit of it. I mean, I listen to it all the time. Especially, when I'm in the shower. That's a shower jam. You got some shower jams on there. You got some cleaning jams. You got some party jams. You got some I'm sad jams. It's perfect.
There's not a single sad song on the album.
Well, that is what is that called?
Based on your perspective.
Yeah, it's all a perspective thing. Yeah.
So like in a song where I'm possibly talking my shit, that's where like you could like think, oh, I'm sad, so let me sing a song, or let me listen to a song where he's talking his shit. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Jelani, bro.
It could be a bragging.
You could do something where like you could either dedicate an episode of the show or do a completely like separate thing where you listen to the entirety of the project and like do a review, because you definitely do have like the I don't know, your way of thinking of things, all right, and giving your opinion on things is rather advanced, I'd say, all right, like, and I think other people have commended you for that. So I think you would really enjoy the project, honestly, because it's the family gathering, bros, and you both are part of this huge support system, this family. So
I see what you're doing here. You're trying to use reverse psychology to make me wanna review it on a video or something and put it out. And that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna make a video and I'm gonna use some really intelligent ass words too to describe what I hear. Just because you didn't say I had intelligent thinking or whatever you said.
My unintentional gaslighting worked apparently.
I seen right through that shit. So I'm gonna do it too.
I wasn't even trying to do anything. I was just asking Jelani, like, homie to homie, like, cause it's crazy, it's fucking crazy. Like, honestly, people have given this album like full ratings. Like, I used to have album reviews where I would get like a 5 out of 10 or some shit like that, but it's now gone to this point where I'm getting 5 out of 5s. By different reactors, but like I'm getting fucking 5 out of 5 albums, man. Like, it's actually fucking dope. Like, I really fucking outdid myself on this project. 5 months in the making.
Wait, I won't get like a copyright strike or anything, will I?
No, it's me, bro.
Okay.
And if you do, then it's probably because like of the beat maker, even though that I produced like half of the album. So
okay. And making sure, because your boy got to make money. Listen, I'm on this weird road to money, and
of course,
and I'm also on this weird road to look like Eugenia Cooney.
So you want to be anorexic?
Yes, exactly. And I've also decided that Michael Jackson didn't do it. And it took a long time. It took a long time to come back on, what I was thinking, but he didn't do it.
He did not do it.
He didn't do it. I believe it now, 100%. He did not do it.
You've heard
85%.
Okay. You still have a little bit of skepticism, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, because I watched this interview, and it was like with this weird British dude, and he was interviewing Michael, and they were talking. Long story short, he exploited Michael and really edited this interview in a way that tried to make Michael look horrible. But I seen through it all. Like, I seen through that shit. And then I was like, yeah, no, he didn't do it. And the way Michael was explaining it, he was like, yeah, so I invite kids over, they sleep on my bed, and he said, but Michael said, I have like 6 houses on Neverland, so I sleep in a totally different house, but they sleep on my bed. And I was like, so the interviewer was like, why is that? And Michael was like, he said, because sharing your bed with somebody is like, the biggest love thing that you can do or whatever. Like, he said that when you share your bed with someone, it's like it's like the biggest love. And I was like, well, that is still weird. It's really strange, but I kind of believe him.
I mean, I kind of always have. I mean, I see, like, I started YouTube, like, my journey. I've been a fan of Michael Jackson for most of my life. Like, it's been a whole family thing, shit. Legit, I was 5 years old, alright? My girl is witness to it. Well, I mean, not, like, in the event, but I'm saying, like, my girl was, some of the videos, I was dancing to Michael Jackson. That's my first fucking appearances on YouTube. So,
oh god,
like, it would have really hurt me if there was true and concrete evidence and not word of mouth that Michael did in fact do it. But, like, so many scans were made on Michael, like DNA shit. None of it actually went back, saying, like, that he was guilty of whatever. He did have cases where, kids were sleeping on his bed, but at the same time, the dude had multiple properties. So, yeah, I could never imagine, the whole thing with Michael, but
damn it, now I'm at 59%. 59% he didn't do it. Okay, that I'm 59% sure.
What just lowered the percentage?
I don't know. My brain gave me some weird scenario because his. Never mind. July, you got a new season coming up, right?
Yeah. Season 5, the Jelani Minna Show, coming out August 10th. Which my main motto is, we ain't fucking with the past, we fucking with the future.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
And what that means is anything that happened before, you shouldn't dwell on it. You shouldn't bring it up to any future episodes because it's not necessary. Everything that happened back then. And unless time travel exists, which will probably not happen, don't know, probably will be dead before the...
I feel like if time travel exists, wouldn't we know? But okay.
Yeah. There is no point in bringing up past events when we're past it. I mean, that's why you say we're past that because we've moved on. We go forward. The only direction we can go is forward. So if you try to go backwards, it's not going to work as well because
it's more difficult.
The whole point, like for example, society moves forward, it progresses forward. So there is a need to go forward and only forward.
Yeah. I have a question though.
What?
What does this do for people who were indeed part of the Jelani Minna Show, who have, like, sort of, I guess, committed some kind of offense to your show? Like, because there has been cases of, like, pure disrespect with your show. Now, I understand that we're not supposed to dwell on it, because we don't fuck with the past, we fuck with the future, but what does this mean for certain people who, I guess, like, really...
You're supposed to learn from it and grow.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yes.
Because don't just totally forget the past, right? Just
No,
you're supposed to learn from it and keep going. Right.
Well, I feel like though what I can do is because I think, however, some people might even want some of it. I know some people do, but what I can do is I can try to turn a negative into a positive. And because my main thing is that I never hold a grudge. Because you can't hold something that isn't a physical object.
I am the grudge.
You can hold a person, you can hold an object. Like, I can hold this. This is a physical object right here. This is my hair pick. I can hold this. But I can't hold a grudge because a grudge does not exist, like, physically. It's only mentally.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Now, there are ways that you, like, don't have to hold grudges. Like, you don't have to hate the person, for example. But at the same time, if you have been thrown under the bus, you cannot make amends with that person because they have, in one way or another, disrespected you. Whether they accept that they did that or they deny it or whatever they think about it. I'm not holding any grudges about whatever happened in the show. I legit don't care anymore. I care more about having a good season 5 because I think that's what would be the best for you, especially, and obviously I want what's best for you and I want what's best for Chris and everybody else and Lyrics too. So like, there are ways to hold grudges in the sense where you can respect the person if, like, for trying to build themselves back up, but at the same time, if they threw your brand or your history or whatever under the bus, to take some distance, but without hatred. Like, there have been times where I cut people off, not out of hatred, but because I can't do anything about their ways of thinking, and clearly they don't match my way of thinking, and clearly it's hurting my brand if, like, it's hurting my brand and it's hurting, I guess, my credibility if some outsiders see that I'm rocking with some people, or if the people that I've referred to, whoever, rock with them, there might be some misunderstanding. So I don't know. I just hope the Jelani Muna show, whatever happens August 10th, goes smoothly, that Jelani is able to possibly stop any kind of offense going on with the show, all right? And that in the future we do something fun, man, because the Jelani Muna show is seriously something that I think will just change the whole talk show game, I feel. So
yeah,
I'm looking forward to it. There is one thing though, like when it comes to grudges, I always think that, like, people they come into my life for a reason, right? Like, everybody that I've ever came across, they've been in my life for a reason. Like, I have people that have done some really dirty stuff to me, but at the same time, it's like evolved me as a person. So I am who I am today because of the encounters I've had and the experiences I've had. So I think that even though some people I don't want to be around, of course, like, I don't want to ever see nobody like that, I still, like, if I was to cross them in the street, I wouldn't be like, I hate you, and try to stab them or something. It'd be more of like I remember you, that one time that was really cool, and try to think of things like that.
Yeah.
But
I like to use everything as a learning experience because I feel like I've learned a lot more throughout my show than basically everything else, because the main thing you gotta learn about is you gotta learn about humanity. You gotta learn about. That's why I seem to be very philosophical with a lot of people. That's why a lot of people think of me as a philosopher. Because honestly, it's just me learning about the world, learning about the nature, the society, learning about everything. about things. I even look at things that no one else probably looks into. However, it's just to study on something because I got to be able to make my mind work a lot more. I got to be able to look at things differently than I did a year ago.
Yeah.
Or even 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one thing is that even if I have enemies, I gotta be able to treat them as if they were a regular person. I can't hold any hate in my heart or anything. Because it's just how it is really. Because if you keep on hating someone, then likely they're gonna keep on hating you the same way.
Exactly.
However, if you treat an enemy just like if it was an acquaintance or someone, maybe they will change. Because I know, like, some bullies can even be friends of you, or like some bullies, like that people that bullied you could be your friends, like years into the future because of how they see you in a different light, in a different way, because they see that maybe it's like maybe you're just the person that shouldn't be bullied, or a person that can't really be bullied. They see a different way of you and everything. And also it's just the fact is that with my show and everything, I know that I have to make business decisions, and I know I say in quotation marks because technically it's not a business, because I don't make any profit off of it or anything. Yeah. However, I kind of like to treat it as. However, I've had a lot worse happen. I feel like I've had a lot worse happen on the show, and I was able to recover from basically everything, because I remember I used to get someone that was trying. I don't know if they were probably joking around or so. However, they were threatening to kill me, even though, because it happened in like season 3, and it ended because of that. However, the main thing is I have recovered through everything. I don't know what's the worst thing that can happen. I just know that this hasn't been the worst that has happened. And I know that I can recover, because there's a lot of things that can happen and change, and some people can remember things, some people can forget things. It's not like it's always going to be 100% what people want to remember. Some people can look over stuff.
Yeah.
For example, with some people though, like even the worst of the worst had supporters back then. Like, for example, Hitler had supporters. Stalin had supporters. However, they had, even though they were the most evil people that you could probably think about on the top of your head, they still had supporters, and no matter what bad thing you do, no matter what bad or what good you do, you're still gonna have supporters no matter what.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, Hitler did kind of gaslight them up. No pun intended, I promise. Like, I apologize.
Wow.
Look, guys, I have supporters. You can't cancel me. I'm joking.
Like currently, still, like some people carry the Nazi flag, even if it's ironically or unironically.
True.
But
yeah, I've
even
seen
Hitler has been dead for about like 80 years or so, and
yeah,
people still support him.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
True. I mean, you'll never be able to fully cancel a person if they're set for life and don't give a fuck about what you think. And it's like, that's why I'm not giving it any attention when it comes to situations like, you may know who I'm talking about, Shalani. I mean, like, we talk outside the podcast, or like, on IG Live. Like, I personally do not care that much. I've let it go because I can't do anything about it. But at the same time, I'm not going to risk my brand for the sake of coexisting with them. Like, I respect him if he's trying to build himself back up and really put it into mind that he wants to, I guess, come back from this, terrible mistake, because I've seen he actually did delete my post where he, called me a specific term. I respect him for as long as he's willing to build back up and, strive every day to become a better person, but I don't see him as a supporter of my brand anymore. And it's not out of hatred, legit. It's just that legit I can't do anything about him. So that's just the way I see it. Really, you kind of have to let it go in that way.
That made me realize, right there, I'm fuck. I think he did it. I think Michael did it again.
Oh, what the? Michael did not fucking do it, bro.
I think he did it.
Right.
He fucked them kids.
He did not.
Damn
right,
bro.
And also, the reason why I can't hold a grudge either is because, like you said, people can change. And if I did hold a grudge, I'd be a hypocrite in my own way, because I remember like a year or so ago, I've made like videos on my YouTube channel talking about drama and all that, and like how people on various social media platforms like to go into a celebrity's past, try to expose them for what they have done. And
10 years
if
ago,
I believed in that way, it'd make me a hypocrite, especially when I say we ain't fucking with the past, we fucking with the future.
Yeah.
It would just... See, I mean, everyone technically can be a hypocrite. I feel like everyone technically is one. I could be a hypocrite and not even know it. However, I don't want to be a knowing.
I went to Walmart and I seen somebody that I haven't seen in years, and I despise that person for something that like I did, they did. It's a long story, but I seen him in Walmart. He was working there, and my first thought was, "Hi, you work at Walmart." But I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Instead I was like, he said, Chris? And I turned and I seen him, and it brought back so many negative memories that I was repulsed. Like, I was like, oh my God. Ugh. And then I was like, oh, hey, how are you doing? You look like hell. I didn't say that. And then, he talked and he was like, yeah, I've been working here for a year. And I was like, good luck, as I grabbed my Oreos off the counter. And then I walked out. But it made me realize that something that I thought was such a horrible thing, he's probably forgot about, and now he's living his life as a Walmart employee.
I mean, shit.
I don't know. I thought that was a good take. I don't know.
It kind of correlates with, like, this person we're talking about might think that I still care. That's this person might still think that I care.
Are we talking about who I think we're talking about?
Wait, we can never assume though, because one thing is when you assume, you make an ass out of everyone because you make an ass out of you and me.
True.
That's something that I truly believe in.
True. You're definitely right, but I've had cases where people hit me up, all right, and go like, bro, this man is talking shit on Instagram Live about you, talking about what he did and shit, and I'm like, fucking let it go. I'm like, why do we still...
I'll take the publicity.
Like, damn, like, because like, I've let it go in the sense where, okay, well, hey, if he's willing to build back better, then he can. If he's not, then fuck it. I mean, I can't do anything about it. Like, none of us can. Jelani, though, I do respect you for taking the approach that you're taking. Personally, I have taken a different approach, and it's still healthy for me because I don't hate the dude. And any, death threats or kill threats that I've had from him, I've shrugged it off my shoulders. And yes,
let them talk about me.
And yes, this is a subtle plug for my album. Shrug.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. But one thing I do feel like...
Oh God.
One thing I do feel like is The reason why some people might bring stuff up again and stuff like that is because I feel like by nature humans are generally just dramatic animals, like dramatic organisms. Like we are dramatic creatures in a way because see, I think that's the thing is that when you see a video of someone fighting, that's going to get a lot of views, that's going to get a lot of attention because the main thing is by natural thing. You go by two things: sex and violence. That's the two main things that sell in this world. Because it's obvious. I mean,
sex and violence.
It's rooted in nature.
Right.
Other animals do it.
I mean,
however, I feel like humanity complicates that. It complicates the way of life because we use it in a way of getting monetary gain. We use it to do a whole lot of things. Like we use it to our benefit. We don't use it for survival needs or anything. We use it for even more than we have to.
I remember a time where magazines, like in France specifically, so I'm not too sure about how press reacts to different things, but I remember a time where magazines were mostly based on giving celebrities praise for, you know, different acts of success or, you know, something with a movie or something with having a baby or some shit like that. But it's gotten so fucking pessimistic nowadays that it's actually hurting the private life of certain celebrities, like who are just trying to have a chill time in, you know, some kind of beach or whatever, and the fucking paparazzi are taking pictures of celebrities.
I've never seen a magazine talking good about a celebrity ever.
Yeah.
The last magazine I read said something about Britney Spears. Is she an alien? And it had like a shocked emoji. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, magazines now have gotten so fucking dark that, like, first of all, I already hate reading to begin with, right? I already hate reading to begin with. But seeing these fucking magazines, like, you just want to tell the fucking companies to shut the fuck up. You're talking for no fucking reason. You're really making a fool out of yourself, and whoever decided to write that, or whoever's boss is pressuring these people to write this shit, is fucking stupid, because you're really coming up with some stupid shit and covering, I mean, mostly drama, or covering some random subject that really doesn't have anything to do with their personality whatsoever. They always want something to talk about. But I do remember a time where they were mostly praising other people's work for I don't know, having a baby, like, hey, you know, a family has just been, you know, built, or, you know, fucking an award, or, you know, some kind of thing. I'm sure that still exists somewhere in the world, but press now has gotten so dark that I just don't want to, like, I don't want anything to do with it anymore.
I've always seen it as all publicity is good publicity.
Right.
So if I ever get to the point whenever I get to the point where I walk outside and people are taking pictures of me for, like, for no reason, I'll go to the store and I'll beat up an old woman and I'll shave my head bald, like half of it, and then, like, I'll run up and down the aisles naked just to get more pictures, to get more publicity, which makes more money, which brings more attention.
Well, you'd probably be in jail for that. So
oh yeah, but that one picture will bring so much attention that I'll bond myself out in like 2 minutes.
Why do I? Why do I think that you would enter the prison with a round of applause by everybody else?
I mean, it would be great. It would be great, and I would come out on top.
Well, I mean, you just done something that no one else will probably. Actually, you know what? There's 7.8 billion people in the world. There's definitely a couple thousand that would.
That's what Britney Spears did, but I guess she did it involuntarily. Like, she beat the hell out of a paparazzi with an umbrella, and then she went and shaved her head bald while they were watching, and it worked for her. Kinda. I guess she is under conservatorship now, but
Yeah. But see, the main thing about paparazzi is like how far is too far when it comes to because here's one thing I think. When someone goes to your house with a camera, they're labeled as stalkers. However,
Yeah, it's too far
if
already.
they're getting paid for it, apparently they're labeled as the paparazzi.
No, it's already too far. The moment you step foot in somebody's driveway or like follow them home with the camera, that's way too far.
Yeah.
But if I'm walking into a restaurant and you're taking a picture of me, that's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're in a public
understandably.
place, yeah.
That's a public place, yeah.
In a public place, you don't need consent. However, if you're spending time with family off duty, then there is a breach of privacy. Guys, I don't know if you've seen this video with paparazzi. It's not the one that you think, all right? But it's, paparazzi just having a regular conversation with Kanye about the job of being part of paparazzi and how difficult it is, actually. It's not an easy job. Because
no, it's not.
It's definitely not an easy job. And if you're part of the good people who, actually respect people's privacy, like some people, it is very difficult to handle, I guess, all the backlash coming to you because of the actions of a few. Kanye West and this dude had a really nice conversation about it. I advise you guys check out that video because it was so full of respect, because I've seen Kanye like cuss this one paparazzi guy out, and then the next day well, not the next day, but down the line in the future, Kanye's like, you know what? I realize how hard it is to, provide for your family, as part of like the paparazzi journalism and all that, and I respect you for it. And I swear, I gained so much more respect for Kanye after seeing that.
Yeah, Kanye's bipolar.
Yeah,
there's this job. Okay, so there's a job out there. It's kind of like the paparazzi. It's called night crawlers. Have y'all heard of it?
No.
I've heard the name. I was never familiar with what it really was.
So, a night crawler is somebody who they go out and they have police scanners, and they'll listen to the police scanners, and whenever something like a shooting or a wreck or a DUI or somebody was murdered, they'll run out with the camera and they'll film the crime scene as the police are showing up, and then they'll sell that scene to the news. So then the next day when the news comes on, they can use the footage that the people sold to them, and they're called night crawlers. And the things that they have to do to get this footage is horrendous. They gotta fight with police and get in the middle of it and get the dead person's face, and it's crazy, but they end up doing it, and the news buys it because that's what.
Oh, something happened with audio.
Yeah, I was getting a phone call. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
But the news is it's what is that called? Sorry, that threw me off. Violence and sex. That's what sells. So that's what the night crawlers try to run out there and film.
Yeah,
it's
kind of funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember if you ever watch the intro of Guy, they basically discuss about that. It's they say stuff about violence on. It's
Family Guy.
Yeah. It was
violence in movies and sex on TV.
Yes.
Where are those good old fashioned Loopie
value
that Jimmy used to love? Jimmy is a family guy. He's jumping on Loopie's chair, running around his back. Then he's gonna flap away and bam. I'm sorry, I don't know what that was.
Mike says Kanye managed to escape paparazzi with a mask. Yeah, it's kind of funny that he did that ever since the divorce, I guess the divorce in progress. I'm not too sure if it's already set in stone. I would not be surprised if the divorce actually was not set in stone, honestly. But
there was a rumor that Kanye West was getting the divorce because he was with Jeffree Star. Y'all remember that?
I do remember
that.
that.
I do.
I'm pretty sure it was also proven false because I'm not too sure that Kanye is into guys.
I've seen it. I've seen right through that. I was like, he might be. I don't know.
It might.
How did that rumor start?
I think Jeffree Star actually started it for no fucking.
No. What had happened was somebody just said it. Somebody pulled out a.
Yeah.
It was a meme that said Jeffree running from Kanye's house, and it was like this ugly person like running with like these weird clothes on. And so Jeffree reposted it, and then that's where the rumor started. And then right after that, that's when Kanye announced the divorce. It was like dominoes that went perfectly. So.
That's kind of funny. But let's talk about Kanye real quick.
Okay, let's hear it.
The Donda album. Have y'all seen the way that this guy is promoting his album?
Isn't he staying inside of that place?
He's staying inside of that stadium. He's been staying there for like 2 weeks.
Is that not weird? Am I the only one that finds that weird?
I find it fucking smart, honestly.
God.
Bro, the dude stays in the stadium, has his own little bedroom. It's literally the size of a prison. He's staying inside of the stadium, getting shit done. Literally, the album is being finished inside of that stadium, and he's doing multiple listening parties to make sure that the fans all approve of. It's kind of like you, Chris, with you sending videos to your friends around to really get the validation that it's ready to go and ready to be uploaded. Kanye's doing that with the stadium.
Yeah, but think about it like this, right? What if I was to do that? What if I was in that stadium right now and I was like, I'm not leaving until this video is done. And I stayed in that stadium for like a month. Finally got dropped.
Bro, you would have to be making a fucking movie. If it was like an 8-minute vlog, then of course you would look.
Yeah, you see, it's like an 8-minute, but
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Album.
And I'm like,
an album. So this album had The Weeknd, Kid Cudi, fucking so many people. All right, Jay-Z, and way more people than I'm thinking about. But and these people. And is that actually
the thing that he does? He doesn't finish it before he releases it. He's just like, it's released, and then he finishes it.
Yeah. But excuse me. The way that he's promoting his album is genius because so many people thought that the album was going to drop 2 weeks ago. So many people thought that the album was going to drop today. He still hasn't dropped it, by the way. But he got the people fucking hooked on it. Even I'm fucking hooked on it. And I'm like, this is fucking genius. Literally.
Oh God. My phone's on 5%, by the way, so I might log out randomly on accident.
It's all good, bro. It's all good. I might be ending pretty soon to prepare for the album review, but
I do believe.
But just know, if I hang up, I didn't do it on purpose.
No, yeah, don't worry.
But I also believe it's genius because the main thing you want to do when it comes to marketing is you want to be able to have everyone hyped up for it. You want everyone to be able to get hyped, get hooked on to it, so that when it comes out, there's gonna be a whole lot of streams. There's gonna be a whole lot of streams to it on all sorts of platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, maybe even YouTube. Even there's all types of platforms. So, and this is how he's gonna make money off of it. And I don't think it's weird at all, because what could be weird to one person could be absolutely normal to another.
Definitely,
and I believe, in my opinion, I do believe that this is smart and genius at the same time.
I'm staying in this Walmart and I'm not leaving until this video is done. The Walmart employees are like, yo, please leave. Like, please. Like, no, I'm not leaving.
His bedroom is the restroom.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But that's how you have to market. That's how you have to make money in this world. If there's a demand for it, gotta be a supply for it. So when you have a high demand, when there's a high demand for, then when you eventually supply it, it's gonna be so many people that want to consume it.
Yeah, but don't you think it's great? Don't you think it's great how Kanye?
We're on 1%.
Oh,
Just throwing it out there.
Okay, 1%. Well, we'll see whatever.
I'm gonna let. Bye, guys. I feel like I'm hanging up any minute now. I feel it.
We'll just see, bro. But don't
well, I'm gonna do the ABCs. Oh, A B C D. No, okay. I was gonna see what letter I end off on.
Well.
No. Okay, I won't do it.
We'll just see how long it takes from it. I was gonna say, like, don't y'all find it like just somewhat cool that, you know, since Kanye's been staying in the stadium, we've been seeing the album being, you know, done in progress. You've seen a live stream event where new features actually hop in his room while he's working out and shit and going like, you know, just sending off like all the vocal stems and shit for like one of the new songs. I feel like this Donda album is gonna have a lot of songs with a lot of people. I've seen the feature list. It's gonna be fucking crazy, and the way that it's being all promoted and hyped up and shit is fucking genius. The dude literally fucking floated in the air when the whole album was finished. Then he went on Instagram and took a picture of his bedroom. Oh, goodbye, Chris. Oh.
But do you think this could be better than Life of Pablo?
I would hope so. I would really.
I mean, you gotta be able to. I mean, I want Kanye to be able to be Father Stretch My Hand.
Yeah, bro.
It's like
Kanye needs to fucking break the music industry and get the respect back. His bid for the 2020 presidential election has really fucking hurt his reputation for the worst, because people don't understand, like, not a lot of people don't like really understand how mental health and mental illness works, so they'll call him crazy, just like they called a lot of celebrities crazy, and that didn't end well for them. Kanye is taking things differently, and I feel like I mean, I already have quite a lot of respect for Kanye. I don't really listen to Kanye that much. However, I do follow him. I feel like Kanye, with this Donda album, is going to fucking break the music industry. It's going to break the internet. We'll be talking about Donda for maybe months. We'll see.
I mean, I would like that from Kanye. I think that is something that could definitely boost his everything for him. I mean, he's got to have it where it's like he does this again as well, because if this is happening, you know, you got to be able to at least. Well, I feel like the thing is if something successful happens, you can milk it. You know, you can milk it a few times, but don't milk it too much, where people are gonna understand that that's the only thing. Just like, you know, after a few years, just do the same thing again. So that people might not, because there's gonna be a lot of news reporters on everything. So if he does this again, then it could be reported twice as much, and it could go back to like. The past, even, where it's like I can definitely probably see on the news saying like Kanye's debuting an album that is the same as his other album 5 years ago. Let's see if it's gonna sound the same.
I feel like the critics will go super hard on him, and fuck it, if their opinion changes, then it seems like he will have gained the respect back from a lot of people, because I feel like Kanye, if he's not mentally disturbed, like I'm saying disturbed in a way like if his mental health is not being played into it like his presidential bid was, because I feel like he could have had an edge if he had a good campaign. His campaign was shit, and he came in late, and it didn't make sense. However, I do feel Kanye would make a good president. I look, bro, we've had Ronald Reagan, an actor, as president. We've had reality fucking show billionaire fucking Donald Trump, become president. Fuck it, we've had someone who is mentally challenged become president like this year, so fuck it, why not? Let's have Kanye West, a rapper, become president. I literally like support that shit.
Kanye 2024. 2024.
Fuck it, bro. If he's like, you know, if he's running for president in 2024, gives a fuck about the you know, the, like, whether he's a Democrat or Republican or whatever. I don't. It also depends on the policies, right? Because, you know, we want the.
I think Kanye would just. I think Kanye would just make his own political party. That's how Kanye is. It's like Jesus. That's his political party. Jesus.
Yeah, that's gonna be his little campaign thing. He's gonna be treating like presidential promotions like his fucking like world tour promotions. He's gonna be at a rally just fucking performing The Life of Pablo and then being like, "What's up, American people? All right, I want to sign an executive order. Everybody gets money right the fuck now." No, but bro, imagine if he turned America into a whole fucking house party. I know he's not allowed to do that because of the House and the Senate, but I feel like he would just really shake things up, but in a good way. But at the same time, I feel like it would stress him out. But it would be funny though.
Well, yeah, because I do believe that. Because I kind of wonder if the human mind was supposed to like be evolved to kind of be in that sort of power. Now I know there's been many sorts of power with like presidents, kings, queens, like leaders and dictators and all sorts of that. But I kind of wonder if it's like to where you're supposed, because I know some people can't even handle a crowd of people shouting insults. So imagine a whole country shouting insults at you. Like, I kind of wonder how Donald Trump kind of hasn't. I guess in a way, it's like he has the same amount of fans as the same amount of haters. He has the same amount of supporters and haters at the time. I feel it kind of equals out.
Yeah. Trump, as much as he makes bad decisions, I do feel like in my mind, he's made terrible decisions. I'm not calling him a good person or a bad person. He definitely is fucking stupid in some cases, but at the same time, I feel like he's got everybody hooked that he's almost a genius. And I don't know if you want to accept that he's a genius or not, all right? Even if he's done some fucked up shit for the country, I feel like, with the way that he got people hooked to him, and especially as a celebrity, since no one thought he was going to be president, like everyone was just laughing off that idea, he really changed like the whole game of politics when it comes to America, which is why, like, if Joe Biden was actually like not re-elected president, which I don't see that ever happening, because I don't know, I just really don't see it happening. I think it would be too much for Joe Biden anyways. But we need another Trump in the sense where he makes political debates fun, but he needs to have good policies. You need to have someone who's not a politician, who, fuck it, let's have him run for president as a joke, okay? And see what he does with the country. And he would probably do it much better than all your average politicians. I just see it like that. So, I don't know if you know about this, like, there was a YouTube video that was recorded for this, but this dude from Iceland, he's a comedian, or I think it's Iceland, I'm not too sure, but this dude from Iceland, he's a comedian. He wanted to run for the capital city's mayor as a joke, alright, because he thought it was funny. And he got the majority of all the votes. He became fucking mayor out of nowhere, and it kind of hurt him because he didn't expect to be mayor, I guess. And things did not go well for him because he didn't know how to handle everything. But you've seen people run for mayor or run for president as a joke. There's Nico Omalana, who ran for mayor of London, who unfortunately ended up 5th place. But Bro, you have people running for mayor as a joke because they think they can do a much better job than these politicians, and I feel like they could, low key.
Well, I know that. I think like I don't know what is. I remember you know the wrestler Kane.
Yeah, I'm not. Actually, no, I'm not too sure. I'm not too big into wrestling, so.
Well, I mean, he ran for mayor, and I forgot what state it was, but he did run for mayor in like some area or something. But like, I don't remember Tennessee or whatever. I think it was like a southern state. I think it was like a southern state that he ran for. And he won it.
Oh, damn.
I'm gonna actually look that up right now.
Oh, you want me to look it up now, or?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, look it up. Look it up.
All right, hold up. Wrestler Kane, mayor. Oh, yeah. He is. Oh, he is currently the mayor of Knox County, Tennessee.
I was right then.
Yeah,
I was right.
Yeah, he's currently
Tennessee.
mayor. As a Republican, yeah. I don't know how long he's been mayor for, but see, the Terminator dude, Arnold, he was governor of California for many years. He did pretty good as governor. So really, the people who are not like politicians by heart end up being good at politics, except for Trump. I mean, he like his mind games and body language and like just the way he talks is genius. Like sometimes I look at it, funny moments, even if I don't entirely agree. I look at funny moments and I'm like, holy shit, he fucking destroyed them, even though I don't agree. Like it's to that point. Like if we have another Trump, but with different policies as president, someone who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing, they would probably know what they're doing more than the average politician.
Well, see, I think what the problem is that like you got so many differing opinions how to run a country.
Yeah.
Because you have the media telling you what you should do. You got average civilians telling you what you should do. You got even you got like people from different countries telling you what you should do. I think that's why I feel like, I mean, hearing the opinions from all sorts of people and how different they are because every opinion varies from person to person.
Yep. So
I kind of wonder how they handle it because a decision is not going to be favored by everyone. There's always going to be someone that disagrees with.
Yeah.
And in America, with it having like 300 or so million people in there, like the population, it probably even more because there are some people that aren't even tracked, as I say, in there. Like you can't really. I don't know if you can really handle that because there's always going to be all sorts of different. Now you don't have to look into it all the time. However, I think it's just the fact that since there's so many different things of like what a president should do, I think that's the confusing aspect of that.
Yeah. Breaking news. All right. Just had breaking news. I scrolled down my notifications. You guys might know Lionel Messi. Please tell me you know Messi.
Yeah, I know Messi.
Have you heard the news about yesterday? What happened? He has left his football club, or soccer for you, but I say football anyways. He's left his longtime football club, Barcelona, and has just agreed on a 2-year contract to Paris Saint-Germain. And I just want to say I've been wanting this to happen for the past year because I'm just saying this as breaking news for those who are into football or like all the FIFA stuff, but Lionel Messi is set to be part of Paris Saint-Germain. Like, that's fucking crazy to think about. So I'm not sure what to think. I mean, you must know about Messi. You must know that he's been staying in the same club for around 17 years. He spent his teen years, and I mean, he's now what, like 33, 36? I'm not too sure. 34. Yeah. He's 34. He spent his whole fucking football career in the same club, and to see him not being able to stay in that club and having to join a different club and agreeing to join a completely different country, what do you think goes into that? Because there's other sports in which players have spent their whole career in, like, you know, specific clubs, I guess. I can't really give examples for other sports. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I know an example when Tom Brady went into the Buccaneers.
Yeah. Why did Tom Brady want to go to the Tampa?
I don't remember specifically, but I mean, I feel like, I mean, being the only person that's really known in the Patriots, you know, like worldwide.
Yeah.
I feel like going to the Buccaneers would probably be, I don't know, maybe I don't know, but I don't really follow sports all that much. I don't know their decisions. Maybe there were better players in the Buccaneers. Who knows? Maybe he wanted to do all that. Maybe he just felt bored. Maybe he was like, maybe he didn't want to be on the same team over and over again. He wanted to try something new. Maybe they were offering more money in the Buccaneers.
Yeah. Hey, who knows? I just see it as a game changer when one of the greatest, if not the greatest, I personally think that Messi is the greatest of, you know, the sport. Seeing someone like Messi leave his home club, well, it's not home because he's Argentine, but leaving the same club that he's been part of his entire football career, the same club that he signed a contract on a napkin, like having to leave that same club for a different one in a different country, a different environment, that's kind of crazy to me, honestly. So it's definitely going to be a game changer. And what do you think that will do for, like, the club? Like, you know, because if a sports club depends on one person and that one person leaves it, do you ever see, or do you ever think of outcomes where they would ever come back and build back better from it? Because personally,
well, it just depends, right? Because maybe Barcelona, maybe they could trade it. Maybe they can get someone who's at the same level as Messi, or because there's many people that could play at the talent of Messi. I mean, it's not like it's unique to one person. There's a lot of talented soccer players out there that could it just depends on what happened. Because I mean, I know that Messi is like one of the better known and one of the goods, like legends, one of the legends of the soccer game.
Definitely.
All that. However, there could be new legends. There could be new legends to be made. There's always going to be new recruits happening all over the place. So maybe it might make it worse. Maybe it might make it better. Or maybe it might remain the same. It just depends on what the others of Barcelona do.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what's going on with Barcelona right now, because Messi actually has wanted to leave before. But because he wanted to leave and he's been pushing to leave. He was harassing the club, who's already, which is already in a financial crisis. At the moment, there has been a change of president. The Barcelona president resigned and decided to, have someone else, take the lead. There was a whole election for it, and the club, who is already in a financial crisis, losing their biggest player in which they depend on, because they really depended on Messi. They expected Messi to be the guy that fixes everything. And there were new players being brought into the club. And do you think maybe it's because the reason why Messi cannot join Barcelona again, because Messi did agree to extend his contract, they couldn't because of regulations by Spain themselves about just like a financial crisis, so things have changed. Do you think that, since Messi has been being, he's been paid millions, 8 figures in wages, do you think that will be a relief for the club, or do you think that the club will lose a staple, because Messi is a staple for the club and for the whole league, for that matter. He's the reason that league is entertaining. So,
well, if they really are dependent on Messi and Messi alone, then I do feel like that it is a big loss, because if they were only dependent on Messi and no one else, then really, when you lose that person, it is a very, very big loss. And because of that, they might not be able to recover the same way if they were really that dependent on it. Because you shouldn't be dependent on only one person.
Yeah.
If someone leaves, you gotta always think that there's always gonna be someone else that can take the place and have the same level and same talent. However, if you thought that only one person was the hope and the only hope for your team, then your team is basically not going to do as well, because you gotta put effort in everyone, not just one person.
Welcome back, Cryptid. Welcome back, babe. I'm super happy for that. I don't know if I'm really supposed to talk about it here on the podcast, but something happened, and we're both very happy about it. But yeah, I do agree. You cannot depend on one person, especially in a sports club, or when you're doing schoolwork and you're 4 people doing a work. There's always this one person who feels obliged to do everything because the other 3 people feel like not much is being. Yeah, they're just slackers. If that one person does not show up to school on the day of the essay, these 3 people are fucked. And that's always Definitely. Like that. If the 3 people are depending on the one person, and that one person does not show up to school on the day of the essay or on the day of whatever, these 3 people are fucked. What I do is I fucking get everybody to move. I've not done schoolwork in 5 months. Alright, I've not gone to school for a while, and I won't. I'm pretty sure it's definite that I'm taking a year off of school. I will not be going to school next year.
Why not?
Because I'm not able to find a spot for that school that I wanted to go to. That unfortunately, I had to leave my old school because I've been fucking technically long-term expelled for different reasons that I've already went on. So I'm pretty sure I will not be going to school next year. Where were we? We were talking about the Messi situation. How did I even sidetrack to that?
Right.
Oh,
there's
yeah,
no I in team. There's no I in team.
There's no I in team. Yes. So I remember why I sidetracked. Okay. So me, when I'm doing group work, I'm getting everybody, bros. If I don't show up on the day, you guys are fucked. Okay. Now I'm taking this seriously only because I would rather you guys have good grades coming, from you guys, and I really don't have to carry y'all, because then I would feel bad for you. Schoolwork is different to games or, music or YouTube or whatever, because if one person is giving multiple people a platform like I'm doing with you and Chris and Lyrics, I feel happy about that because we're all four of us happy of the project. And we don't feel like we're required to do it because sometimes you can choose not to make it to the podcast. And that's the best fucking part about it because it's not fucking serious. We're just having a conversation and streaming it on YouTube. That's fucking it. Chris unfortunately had to leave. Fuck it. We're still having.
We're here.
Yeah, we're here. You know, it's just friendly talk being streamed to YouTube. So that's why it's different to school, because school you feel like you're required to do that shit. So you have to take it seriously.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't really like about school is you're like the fact that you're forced with. And I know that like if you're having an off time like I had when I was in 11th grade. I was really having an off time because I thought myself as a failure and all that, and then they were still forcing me to do a whole lot of things. And they were saying, you know, and this the thing is because you're always reminded that you fail no matter what situation you are, either by your parents or whatever, that you didn't do well. I know that I didn't do well. However, that's why I don't want to fuck with the past, because what am I supposed to do with that information if it's not really relevant to me anymore? Yeah. I know it. I know it happened to me. There's no reason for you to bring it up again unless you really want to put it inside me that I took an L. But here's the one thing, right? Here's one thing. I mean, it was like Loopie. I mean, you made me realize I wasn't a failure myself because you gave me an opportunity to be on this podcast. Yeah. That's why I always respect this podcast and everything. However, here's a main motto that I always like to follow is whenever you take an L, right? You take an L like this, right? You put the middle finger to fuck the L, and then you get a W. You get a W. Even though it doesn't look like a good W, you fuck the L, you take a W. Yeah. Like this. Hell fucking this, yeah, bro. And then this. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, personally, with the whole school shit, I feel like I have not taken L's. The reason is because the school system has been hammering my mental for the past, well, not past because it's been 5 months since I left school, but let's say from March, okay? March was the month that I've had fucking enough. And I was telling fucking school therapists, I was telling everybody in school, I'm fucking done with your shit. You need to do something about it. And they confronted me about it and tried to make me seem like I was the guilty one that, you know, bro, I went to the principal's office having to get scolded by the dude, being told, hey, you need to get your mom to stop fucking saying that shit or else we're gonna kick you off the school. So how about you finish your year at the school and next year never come back? And I'm like, thank you for this information because I'm fucking gone. Like, literally, I'm like, we wrote a message to the director. We had somebody help us throughout the whole journey, which I appreciate. But I sent a message to the principal. Well, I mean, we sent a message to the principal in the most respectful way possible. We will not come back to this school because you guys suck. in the most general way possible. These people at that school are the most corrupt fucking people ever. And it's sad because I loved that school. I fucking loved it. I really loved the experience at that school when it didn't come to mental health being, you know, taken for granted and shit, because I really, really loved that school. The teachers were fucking amazing. Well, except for one, which is the reason why I fucking left. But that's what kind of breaks my heart, because my future could have been changed for the better had I stayed in this school and not had to deal with all this bullshit. But bro, I'm willing to fail. I was willing to fail. I left the school, and now I'm telling myself that if I'm not going to school next year, I need to build myself back up and not waste any of the time, right? Because what I feel like I'm doing right now, the podcast and music, even with the album, I feel like I have not done enough. I want to do more. I legit want to do more. So none of the time that I'm taking off of school, the whole 1 year, will be wasted. And 2022, we'll see what happens, but I really want to make sure 2022 is the year I hit 100,000 subscribers. And it's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, your subscriber count is going at a really fast pace, because I remember a few months ago it was at 10K, and now what is it at?
It's at 14,000. It has gotten slow. Like I'll be the first to admit it has gotten kind of slow. People thought 100K by the end of the summer. I don't put a limit to that. Like, I do not think I'm going to hit 100,000 subscribers by 2021 unless KSI fucking shouts me out or whatever. That will always give me publicity, and I'll be the first to admit that KSI made my career. I mean, he already kind of made my career just by being an influence to me. But as far as I'm concerned, none of the time that I will be putting into YouTube or the podcast or music in 2022 will be wasted. None of it. And fuck it, maybe in 2022 I'll finally let my parents in on what I've been doing for the past 2 years, because in 2 days will be my 2 years on this YouTube channel. And I've done more in these 2 years than I have, I've done more in the past 2 months than I have ever done in the past 2 years.
Yeah, and see, that's the one thing I really respect. It's people like you that make me believe that no matter what you do in this, you owe it. You were born in this world to serve a purpose, no matter what. Because the world is based on supply and demand. If there's a demand for something, there's got to be a supply for it. So as long as you utilize your talents and your skills to be able to supply that demand, that's how you make it successful in this world, no matter what. Because there's no one way of living life. There's many different ways. There's many different cultures. There's many different paths that you can do in this world. And that's why I believe that. That's why when someone says that they can't do anything, that they're like, because I thought it was a failure until I came into this podcast, because it made me believe that the stuff that I talk about on my mind are stuff that people are interested in hearing. And that's the thing that I like. That's the thing I like the most. That's why I don't like it when people believe that they can't do anything, because because there's so many jobs in this world. There's so many things that you can do to serve a purpose. No matter what job it is. It could be jobs that people look at and they shame of, like, for example, I mean, people on OnlyFans, but that's you serving a purpose. As long as you can serve that purpose, then I don't really care. As long as you're making money for yourself, and as long as you're living your dream, as long as you're living your dream, that I can't care about what you do. As long as it doesn't harm others, and you're doing it in the safety of yourself, then good for you.
Hell fucking yeah, bro. Hell fucking yeah. Yeah, really. And bro, in the times where you will feel like you have been at your lowest, that is going to be your breakthrough, because something unexpected will happen. At the lowest times that you are in, and this was for me, bro, from March to April, I was kind of working hard, but at the same time, I was sleeping through most of the days. I don't sleep much. I really don't sleep much. That's why I'm able to tune into your show, because really I don't sleep much anymore. And any of the time that I lose sleeping, even if it doesn't seem like it, it benefits me in one way or another monetarily. It's true. It really fucking benefits me. Losing sleep fucking gives me money, basically. Not in the way
well,
where
actually,
I'm fucking
you know what you
millionaire,
could
but...
do, Howard? You know what you could do? You could do a sleeping stream.
I've done
sleeping.
I've done sleeping streams before, and
right.
I've had comments going like, yeah, you should do it with the sound on, or oh, you should pan the camera to you. And I'm like, bro, I'm a fucking minor. I'm pretty sure that YouTube has like a child safety fucking thing. Like, the only time I'll do sleeping streams is if I'm doing a 24-hour stream or a 36-hour one, or whatever.
But do one with like text to speech. That's what gets a lot
just have a robot streaming for me. No, just have a robot doing a fucking live concert, like. Just going like
some people can make like 6K by just sleeping, and that's it. I've seen many people that gotten a whole lot of money just for sleeping, and that to me is still in a way you serving a purpose, because you're allowing people to donate a lot of money just so that they can play as loud of a sound or just any random noise in the world. That's still serving a purpose.
It's yes.
Because if there's a demand for it, then you got to be able to supply it.
Where there's a want, there is a will. I'm not too sure if that's the saying, or where there's a will, there is a must. I'm not too sure what the saying is, but like, when you want to do it, you do it, bro. Like, I tell some of the people closest to me who want to like actually do something in terms of like whether it's music, YouTube, or whatever, to fucking stick to it. I'm sticking to YouTube like none other before. I thought that I would be quitting YouTube by the time I leave school. I left school. This is my fucking business right now. This is literally my part-time job. Like, I'll be going back to school after the year off. Don't get me wrong. I'll be going back to school because I do want to get a degree in some fucking place. Hopefully entertainment, and we'll see what happens after, all right? But I fucking left school, and legit, I fucking changed my life. I made my first couple $1,000 just fucking doing what I love. And this is how many streams the album is on currently. Okay, well, it's
1,684 all-time streams for this release.
I expected at least 1,000. I'm expected to hit 2,000 by tomorrow. Literally doubling my fucking stream goals for the album. And you got me and all your friends that you didn't have. Yes, definitely. And I got all of y'all. Like, I want everybody to prosper around me. So anyone who wants to get something done, whether it's music, YouTube, or whatever, and you're able to go to school and school is not that stressful for you, fucking stick to it. Because the moment that school stresses you out, that's the moment that what you love to do benefits you more than school does. Because all school wants you to do is to work under people. And all the people that are successful right now kind of started in a sense of like, hey, I kind of don't want to be the guy that works for people. I want to be the guy that people work for. That's what when you got that in your mind, you legit can do fucking anything. So anyone who has music in mind, YouTube in mind, or clothing line in mind, or whatever, fucking stick to it. Because the moment that school stresses you out, or whatever, your job stresses you out, and it gets to the point where doing what you love benefits you mentally and like financially, I guess, more than your job or your school or whatever, fucking stick to it, honestly, because you never know. Like, I want everybody around me to prosper, man, because, you know, the world deserves. Fucking hell, I just got a static shock from my headphones. I swear, these headphones are a health hazard.
Wait, why are they open?
I can't find the fucking lid for it. Every time it pops up, I found it. Okay. Well, I need tape. I legit need electrical tape because this shit fucking pops out. And if I'm not careful, this shit can literally fucking kill me. So, I mean...
well, I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
We gotta have a loopy lid to 2022.
Get AirPods Max. I'm not getting AirPods Max. That looks expensive. No, but I'm definitely gonna buy new headphones.
But the main thing is I don't really see anyone as a failure. I can't see anyone as a failure.
No.
Even if you're homeless on the streets, I don't see you as a failure. I just see you as someone who hasn't really reached your opportunity yet. And see, it kind of makes me sad that there's a lot of homeless people out there. However, the main thing is that it's just that because I know that some of the homeless people that are out in the world are actually talented. I went to Harlem the other day, and I seen like a lot of people playing music and stuff, and they were very talented. I saw people in the subways like playing like violin, some of them blowing the trumpet, and some of them like playing the bongos.
Yeah, bro.
And they're very talented.
Or in some cases you have people just fucking hopping out of civilization. Legit. I feel like hopping out of civilization and like being in survival mode and like building your own shelter and shit, fucking Minecraft style. I swear that fucking benefits you more because you're probably mining for well, I mean, who really goes out?
Well, it's because, right? It's because you don't have anyone else controlling your life. You don't have to worry about taxes. You don't have to worry about paying rent. You don't have to worry about having a job or anything. Your own job is basically yourself and you only.
Yeah. There's this dude on TikTok that I sometimes see on my For You page. This live, like, he goes live on YouTube, all right? And he has this huge fucking metallic bowl with like a few like bumps on them, right? And that's his musical instrument. He'll sit by the water, go live on TikTok, which I'm guessing he has a generator or something like that because he literally does not live in any civilized place. He goes live on TikTok and plays this fucking weird bell instrument. Gets a lot of people coming in, and I'm pretty sure he gets money from that because he's fucking blown up already. Legit. You know, you got people like him completely off civilization doing something with his life, like enjoying music. Just like slapping a metallic bowl that does music. Like, literally anyone can come back from any low points when there it fucking goes again. When you feel like you are at your lowest point ever, that's the moment that a breakthrough will happen and something big will happen the next day or next week or next month. How many people have thrown their life away not even realizing that? What if those people that have thrown their lives away the next day was going to be one of the biggest fucking influences to the world, you know? And
wait, do you mean like literally, like suicide and stuff like that?
Yeah. I'm saying people like that, like people, because people fail once and give up. They're like, I wasted, 15 years of my life, or whatever. I've wasted so many years of my life doing that, and that's the outcome. I'm gone. No, and quite frankly, you cannot have this mindset because you will keep failing. And listen, I'm gonna reach a point, maybe right now, or maybe tomorrow, or I'm probably gonna be in a low point. I have to be willing to fail. I'd like to think that everything goes well, in the future, but not everything is perfect. So there will be ups and downs, and I don't want to make them happen, but I want to expect them at least, so that I know, to build myself back way better. 2020 was the worst year of my life. 2021 became the best year of my life. How the fuck did that happen? I don't fucking know. Even with the whole COVID shit, man's vaccinated.
Yeah. I'm gonna get one soon. I'm gonna get one like probably in a few weeks or so.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, even if I was forced to be, I was forced to take the vaccine by my president, so, I mean, thank you, Mr. Macarena.
Yeah.
But, look, you have to be willing to fail to win once, and honestly, like, even when you reach, like, a high success point, you'll never be able to think to yourself, I made it, unless you retire. And obviously, I'm not ready for that. I only just started, in my mind. I mean, I've been doing this for years. Like, I've been here for a long time. Like, I still barely just started.
Yeah, and me too, honestly. I could say the same thing for myself as well, because
Definitely.
I remember I created my first YouTube channel around like like in 2016, like 5 years ago. And basically, I had to restart like 3 times, like 2016, 2018, and 2020. But however, I mean, I've been trying, but now I feel like I'm at a point where I'm going up, reaching the top. Yeah, because I'm doing more than I was before. Because before I was just using my YouTube account and my YouTube account only. If I realize, and the thing is that you shouldn't stick to only one platform. Because I've realized that Instagram is actually way better at reaching getting an audience than YouTube is. Because you got people because when you go live, you have people join your live streams. You got their followers joining your stream, and they follow you, and it's kind of like a cycle where you get more followers that way, and it's a great thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, my computer sometimes does that. It's like some kind of like fanning noise. Yeah, well. Nah, but yeah, stick to what you love, and fuck, man, you will enjoy what you do, and at this point it's gonna be like, fuck it, all right, it's no longer gonna be about the money. Right now it is, just because I want to use it all for like investment in different things, and I'm, expected to have some kind of money anyways, but all of, like, bro, none of the time off will be wasted, and I'll make sure to show it. Like, I've always made my dreams come true, especially with the album. I mean, I already, mentioned it. You guys can go stream Shrug, by the way, Loopie on Spotify, 76 monthly listeners. Thank you guys so much. But I always walked the walk, man. Like, I talk the talk, I say it, and I do it. Why? Because I put my mind to it. I never wait for the right time. There is no right time. Make the right time happen, or else, if you're gonna keep waiting,
the only right time is now. It's now or never.
Yeah, like, make your right time happen. No one is going to give anything to you, and no one gives a fuck about you until you make it so that people give a fuck about you. Alright?
Yeah.
So, never fucking wait for the right time, because there isn't any right time. No one gives a fuck about you to begin with. Fucking make it so that people care about you. Obviously, I care about the people who, wait for the right time. The problem is, like, they don't know that, and I'm not saying nobody cares. Oh, Jelani just, okay, well, I'm by myself. What happened? Nah, Jelani, boy. Oh, we're back. What happened? What happened, Lonnie?
What just happened?
I have fucking zero clue. Where was I? Yeah, no, like, you just can't wait for the right time. There's literally no right time. I'm gonna have to end the podcast because I have to do this album review for We Scheme. He just dropped an album today. After the Tone. So I'm gonna be ending the stream and then starting up another one. We'll have We Scheme and his fan base, I guess, just chilling out, listening to the best breakup album of all time, or, well, not of all time, but of 2021, in We Scheme's words. So I'm excited to hear that. But I want to thank everyone who's tuned into the Loophole Podcast. I'm going to be going live again literally in like 5 minutes. Like, I'll be streaming again. It's just that, I need to separate the podcast from the album review. But thank you guys so much for watching. Bless up and stay hype. Be kind.
Always reach the top.
Yeah. Why touch the grass? Touch the sky, bro.
Yeah.
You take an L.
That if someone tells
Take an L. Put the middle finger. Take that finger back. That's a fucking W. All right.
Yeah.
You might as well just not show the middle finger because there's already a W. or the index. I mean, there's already a W. So fuck them. Make an L in another way. Fuck them, because there's already a W. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Yes, now you're thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck the past. We fuck with the future.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much. Bless up and stay hype. Fuck Lady Gaga. And big
penis.
Yeah. Let's